7, and 4. We traveled for 10 months to 30 different countries. And I taught the children all the time. And my husband, who is a business consultant, continued his work, but I also made him correct the math pages before we sent them back to school, so that all of the papers were 100%. He would say, just check problem number 7, and then the child would correct it, and off it would go. So, I must say I'm very proud of the fact that when we got back to Honolulu and the children returned to Punahou School and to Hanahau'oli, they were all ahead of their classmates. The other day I found 2 notebooks that I had at Hathaway Brown. One of them was my grammar book from 5th grade. And my teacher, Miss Cleveland, was such a superb teacher. I adored her. And she taught so well that when I got to college and had an exam to see what class in English I should go in, I skipped freshman English. It's because of her work. My other teacher, whom I remember very well, always had a proverb on the board. Every week we had a proverb. And one of my favorites was this: nature has given us 2 ears, 2 eyes, and 1 tongue, to the end that we should hear and see more than we speak. So on that note, I shall end. And thank you so much for this lovely reception.
Thank you, Faith, and also Stephen.
I just have one short announcement. Oh, okay. If you're a parent or a grandparent, I have a special message for you which I'd like to give you personally, so if you could find me afterwards.
Okay, all right.
And I'm just sort of guessing. I would like to also send a link to anyone who has an email address of some things to click on. Mm-hmm. And I guess I can get the information sent to you and you can distribute it. Great.
Exactly,
Okay,
great. Well, thanks to both of you. It's so nice to hear personal stories of Brooks Emeny. It really brings him very much to life, and his vision has been so great, and we truly are very appreciative of that. Finally, George Civila is going to just say a few words as the chair of the committee that has put this event together and is thinking into the future as well. George?
Just a few, excuse me, just a few words. This is not a lecture. This event could not have happened without the help of someone who was also a member of Hathaway Brown. It's Cynthia Bassett. And she met Faith over there on one of the very important committees, the Heads Committee, and who does supervising of classes and what's the content and so on. And so from that meeting came a friendship, and that's what caused this entire thing to become a committee, become a source of useful information, not only for Brooks Emeny's legacy, but to have an annual meeting for the council, and a prize with Brooks Emeny's name on it, so that the tradition will be continued, and it will also turn out to be a major fundraiser, finally. I don't know if I could read my writing, but just to give you an idea about some of the people who have had very long-term experiences with the council. They happen to be here tonight. And if I could get my glasses on, I'll tell you who they are. Is Eleanor Bogner here? She was going to come. These are people who have been with the council for anything earlier than 1980. We have Dick Pogue amongst our audience, and Dick has also not only been a very active member, but he has rejoined the board. So he's back on the board. Did Bob Talbot show up?
Yeah.
Bud Talbot is also one of the very long-term members. And Don Morrison.
That's true.
And myself.
Okay, well, thank you all very, very much. I again thank you to Richard and Robin, and I'm sure that Richard is going to want me to indicate that there's food there. Oh, yeah. Right? And so please eat and enjoy yourselves. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
I wanted you to know we have to take this home.
Oh, okay. You want to see?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.